Hello, friends, and welcome into Oakland University for today's UPSL matchup between the Nationals and Hamtramck FC, live here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Tonight's game sees two teams desperate to get back to winning ways, as tonight's hosts haven't won in their last 4 matches, while the visiting Hamtramck FC fell 2-0 their last time out. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Kerr, and I'm very excited to be joined this evening by my broadcast partner, Mitch Gatsky. Mitch, what can the Nationals do to break this tough stretch of results?
Well, I think both teams here are going to want to get back to basics, set up a good foundation, a good shape. I'll expect that's what training looked like this week, and get a foothold in this game in the first 15, 20 minutes and branch out from there.
Both sides competing in the US or UPSL Premier Midwest East Division, which is composed of 10 teams from around the Metro Detroit area. And the Nationals currently sit in 7th place with 5 points from 5 games and haven't won since their opener, while the visitors Hamtramck FC sit just 1 spot ahead of the Nationals, playing 1 game fewer with 2 wins and 2 losses, and they'll be looking for their first road win tonight in Auburn Hills. We're going to take a quick break while these teams warm up, and we'll come right back with a little bit more talk, some walkouts, and the kickoff here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Welcome back in on the Michigan Soccer Network for UPSL action here on Friday night between the Nationals and Hamtramck FC. Both the Nationals and Hamtramck sit in the middle of the pack in the division with 5 and 6 points respectively. At the top of the table is Detroit United FC with 16 points after 6 games, while the 2021 division champs, City United SC, are winless after just 3 games. But we'll focus on this game right here in front of us. I'll pass it off to my broadcast partner, Mitch Gaskey, with tonight's starting lineups.
Starting 11's coming right at you for Nationals. Number 2, Alex Demereau. Number 9, Teo Espinosa. 11, Tyler Summeth. 12, Alex Steinwasser. 13, Chase Paulus. Andrew Schwartz is number 17. 18 is Ben Rosenblatt. 19, Adrian Rakipi. 27, Andrew Holly. 28, Gavin Borden. And in goal tonight, 99, Xander Heisch. Taking a look at the visitors tonight, Hamtramck City FC. Number 3, Ali Kaid. 24, Wasim Muthana. 16, George Chamakov. 14, Alaji Koruma. 2, Hasib Lekic. Number 9 is Ato Dia. 21 is our captain tonight, Mujib Nashal. 17, Albari. 11, Poppy G. 22 is Wael Al-Gahim. And 26, Mohamed Fabet. Those will be your starting 11s for tonight's match.
An exciting match ahead, no doubt. We're going to pop off for a quick break, and we'll come back with the anthem and the start of tonight's match here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Welcome back on the Michigan Soccer Network. Robert Kerr alongside Mitch Gatsky on the campus of Oakland University. We have an enthralling UPSL matchup about to start right here ahead of us. Nationals versus Hamtramck FC. Both teams hungry for a win. We're going to be led out here in just a second by our referees. And today's referees in the center, Christian Veramvensi, assisted by Ryan Tadajewski and Manuel Folorescu. Fourth official today, Pietro Loria. And tonight, a hot, muggy night with a bit of a breeze, but no chance of thunderstorms or anything like that until tomorrow.
Yeah, thankfully the radar looks clear tonight. We're at least going to be able to get this game in. It's one of those where you prefer to be up here in the breezy press box and not down on the field sweating it out. But, hey, we can't complain.
We're going to step away for just a moment during the anthem right here. Kickoff is next on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Wonderful night here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, just moments away from kickoff on the campus of Oakland University. UPSL action here on a Friday night between the Nationals and Hamtramck FC. We got a good, colorful matchup here. It looks like we're going to have Hamtramck FC in the all-blue strips. Looks like they're going to be kicking from right to left on our screens. And then the Nationals in some vibrant Red Kits. Looks like they'll be playing this first half, kicking from left to right.
Yeah, that little orange peach little color on the shoulders really sets that kid off, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's a good two-tone. The shoulder caps pop off a little bit. Hamtramck coming in here, 2 wins and 2 losses. They won both their home games and lost both of their road games, so they're seeking their first win on the road. And the Nationals, winless in the last 4. They won their opening game, so they have won 1, dropped 2, and drawn 2, so they will be hungry to get into the win column tonight. Some familiar names on both sides, some new names as well, so sure to have an exciting matchup here in front of us. I'm very interested to see who's going to make the most of this opportunity here tonight.
Settle in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a great game on our hands.
Referee Christian Vorovenci about to set his watch and set us on their way. And we are go here. UPSL action here in Auburn Hills. Nationals versus Hamtramck is go.
Always curious to see how these teams start off. What do they want to do? How quickly do they get into it?
And there we go. A long ball attempted there out to the far left-hand wing, looking for the foot of number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. Defender up the field pretty early here, throwing on the far side. And, yeah, we'll see how things settle in early here. We're going to have some long delays in between throw-ins here as the ball caroms off the cones there on the far side. Doesn't look like there's any ball wranglers here at the moment, so definitely going to have some chat here in between plays.
Yeah, I think we need a ball crew. We need some kids on the sidelines here chasing those down.
But a beautiful night here, mid-80s, a little breeze, a little sticky, but we'll take it here. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, I was covering a game, and I was holding out a phone to get some post-game comments, and the knuckles on my hands cracked from being so cold. So I'll take a hot, sticky night here. Oh, nice little turn back there from the Nationals defender, but that pass goes wayward. These summer league teams, you know, the rosters do have quick turnover, so beginning of games can be a little choppy as teams kind of find their rhythm and their chemistry.
Beginning of games and beginning of seasons, you know, as you get more accustomed to the guys that you're going to be playing with and these clubs settle on their top choice lineup, you know, there's a lot of feeling out process, not only against the opposition, but against, you know, along with your teammates.
And that unfortunately rolls over the foot of the Hamtramck player on the far side. So that's going to be a throw in here. So nobody put their foot on the ball here in the early goings just yet.
Yeah, definitely seeing a bit of a settling in period. I don't think that one ever made it in, or maybe it did. And yeah, it's going the other way. Oh no, he's going to give it back to him. All right. So yeah, that throw, I guess, never made it in. There's a lot of wind here. I'm sure you could tell just the way that ball kind of hung up there in the gust. It's going to be a factor.
And viewers can probably see the beautiful forest there in the background beyond the field. Those trees are blowing around pretty strong. Hamtramck well up the field pressing here early.
Yeah, they haven't been on the ball much, but a lot of the action so far in the Nationals end, and here we go.
Chamakov almost took the ball from behind from number 12, Alex Steinwasser, but it then is deflected out of bounds for a Nationals throw-in.
Yeah, so Nationals, at least so far here in the early going, wanting to be more on the ball. It's a good step up there. I think that's Rosenblatt.
Yeah, I have Rosenblatt down as a defender, but he looks to be playing left wing here early, and the ball goes over in his direction again. Rosenblatt will chase for a moment, but it goes out of bounds. I think this wind is going to be a factor in this game, Mitch.
It really is. We're seeing that already. And, to your point, Rosenblatt down as a defender, but enjoying some good times on the wing, at least a couple early chances here in the early going. At this level, it's always kind of a mystery until game time. Not only lineups, but formations and how things are actually going to shake out. We saw a 4-3-3, and like I said before we came on the air here, I was a little skeptical if that was really going to pan out, and it seems we are dealing with some adjustments mid-game here.
Just kind of as they're stationary there for a moment at the throw, and it looked like both teams had 3 at the back there, but, things can be fluid here. The wind flapping the jerseys.
I mean, check that out. That was a ball that was destined for the wing and just didn't ever get there.
That's Paulus driving hard at that Hamtramck back line, but they deal with that penetration there. I'm glad we got some paperweights here because our papers are going to fly off here in a second, it seems like. Wind definitely blowing in. Number 11, Poppy G, they're getting involved and trying to spring number 24, Wasim Muthana, but doesn't quite get it before the Nationals goalkeeper, Xander Heisch, who's a large individual measuring in at 6'3", 200 pounds. The goalie in all yellow there spent his youth academy times playing for the Wolves, and I have a note that he was a high school state champ as a freshman in high school. So some good pedigree between the pipes for the Nationals, and they have to defend a free kick early, and that's cheeky and stays in for a moment but goes out for a goal kick. The Hamtramck FC, a sneaky little chance there early.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they were able to take that one so quickly and get inside. Wasim Muthana able to exploit that space and just not able to get on the end of that ball before it trickled into touch, and goal kick here for Nationals.
Steve Besk in the chat asks, what's your score prediction tonight? Thank you, Steve, for tuning in. I am thinking with this wind, I don't think that helps us with the goals. I think maybe a 1-0 to the hosts is my prediction.
I'm going to go 1-1. Spread the love.
Spread the love. Fair enough. I mean, we did see, the first half chance of the game did go to the visitors' way. I'll repeat again. Hamtramck FC in the all-blue kit, going from right to left on your screens, and our hosts, Nationals, in the all-red from left to right here tonight.
Rob, if I could, I'd like to just take this moment to tell all the viewers and listeners out there that our first 10 minutes are sponsored by Granite City Food and Brewery. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Northville and Troy that serve made-from-scratch food, brew in-house beer, and even have brunch every Sunday from 9 to 2. To learn more about their daily specials, visit gcfb.com. Head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Let them know Michigan Soccer Network sent you.
Thanks, Mitch. While you were reading that, there was a teasing moment for a second. It looked like Rosenblatt was looking for the to feed Espinoza in the box, but was cut out by the Hamtramck defense, as this ball will roll harmlessly to Heisch in the all yellow in the Nationals kit.
Soccer reads can be tough. Find a time to get those in, especially when they're a little bit longer like that.
Well, I think we'll wait for an out of bounds and we'll get that.
Yeah, we'll hopefully have plenty of time to get the sponsorship spots in for you this evening.
Excited to see the play of a handful of these players. Some exciting names pop off the sheet. a name that goes down will go down in the lore of Metro Detroit Soccer. Cyrus Sadie on the roster for the team in blue. And Hamtramck tries to weave their way in between the defenders in red, but was snuffed out as the Nationals look to go the other way.
That was a great turn by Demeraux to alleviate that pressure. Hamtramck, as we've seen, really applying that heavy pressure up the pitch, and it's going to take some turns, some brilliance like that from Nationals to be able to break that press.
And that was Wael Al-Gahim did well to cut out that pass across the midfield. He stepped up nicely to cut that out. Oh, and the slide tackle misses there, but Al-Gahim gets it and sprays it into the middle. And Hamtramck gets a ball into the box, but is deemed offside. That was an early warning sign maybe for the Nationals back line.
Yeah, second time we've seen Hamtramck get in behind there. That one just offside as Otto Dia tried to exploit that space.
Yeah, Dia looks like the lone forward. If we're trying to break down what their formations might be, it looks like they're definitely playing a one-striker system here, Hamtramck is, as he looks to be trying to occupy those two center backs there. And there's only 3 backs here in blue while they're out of position as well. Nationals, not quite sure just yet. Rosenblatt listed as a defender, but hasn't spent much time in his own half just yet. Number 2, Alex DeMoro, looks like to be the captain for the Nationals tonight. He gets dispossessed, and here comes the team in blue once again. Al-Gahim on the ball again. He sprays it to El-Bahari. Crossed into the box, and a little bit too far, well over the head of Dia.
Yeah, we're still seeing players trying to get on that same page. Some passes just a little bit too much on them. Some miscommunication at times at the back for Nationals.
Heiss gets the ball back in play, and number 13, Paulus looks to play out of the back here, but it's cut out. Can't quite get across the half-field line here. Nationals get out of a little bit of trouble. Can he pick his head up and pick out a pass? No, it is blocked down again. Number 22, Al-Gahim, has been locking down this left-hand side here in the early goings.
He really has. That's the second time at least that he's stepped up to make a block like that on a potential long ball in behind.
Number 12, Alex Steinwasser, hasn't quite got his foot on the ball. He's kind of in the hole behind the number 9. He's trying to play like that kind of 10 position there. Hasn't quite been able to pull it off yet. That Hamtramck defense doing well here in the early goings.
Yeah, the key in that 10 role is to get deep enough so that you're on the ball, but not so deep that you're not able to turn and then be an effective attacker. And right now, I think Steinwasser just looking to, get a good feel for that space, how Hamtramck are going to try to defend him. And again, the early stages, you're still very much in the intel gathering portion of the match. Two teams just trying to figure out how they're going to be able to break each other down.
That ball's popped up as Dia tries to get on that second ball, but is denied by a good booted clearance by the Nationals. Steinwasser looks to feed his teammate. Ball centered there. Nationals trying to free up some space.
That's a good ball there.
Here comes number 13 in red, Paulus. Tries to get to the end line, almost gets around Al-Gahim for the first time, but he does well and doesn't even give up the throw-in. The good work by the left back continues here. Yeah,
Al-Gahim looked like he might be in a little bit of trouble there as Paulus tried to skirt on by him, but no such luck.
That looped clearance smacks against the track here at Oakland University's at track field in beautiful Auburn Hills, Michigan. Hamtramck looking to connect some passes, and that's offside on Dia again as number 24, Muthana, try to link up with him. Offsides, though, but they are threatening. They're asking questions of that Nationals back line.
Yeah, the couple chances that they've had in advanced areas, it's been pretty direct attack, trying to get balls in behind, get Dia one-on-one with the keeper. Just hasn't been able to keep himself on the right side of that last defender.
I don't know if my 1-0 prediction in favor of the home team, I'm starting to question that. I wouldn't be surprised. I like your 1-1. That's starting to sound a little bit more realistic. But early goings here. We're about a quarter hour in of our UPSL Friday night action here on Michigan Soccer Network. My name is Robert Kerr, alongside Mitch Gatsky. Very pleased to be here for some live sport. As this ball gets curled into the box, most dangerous cross of the evening so far. Goes about 8 inches too high for Alex Steinwasser on that attempt, though. But the first real attack in earnest there for the boys in red.
Yeah, some danger there, and we saw tomorrow again. Nice little touch to control, able to distribute from his central midfield spot, and so far he's really been the link for Nationals to generate that attack and really get things going.
That ball is going to take a second to come back into play.
This is the kind of place you love to play at with a lead.
Oh, right. Yeah, you
just put it out and let the clock melt away.
Oh, it's stuck behind the shed over there. Beautiful backdrop we have here on Oakland University's campus. It's, lots of greenery in the background, lots of fresh air. It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. It's summertime in Michigan at long last.
But I think we're going back to spring tomorrow, though.
Well, hey, you got to get a little rain here and there to make it this nice, right?
Yeah, for sure. The weeds in my front yard are growing nicely. That's the grass, maybe not so much. Dandelions, top notch. As that storage shed on the far side is getting a lot of action here in the early goings.
He's got 3 touches by my count so far. Hasn't been able to get involved really in the play with either side, but
storage shed lacks mobility. As the throw-in comes in here on the far side, Hamtramck looking to bring it down under control. They may still, as they drive into the box, here comes Hamtramck, but 3 defenders able to snuff out that danger, and both teams have tested the back line as this one goes up for it for Espinoza. Can the Hamtramck defenders deal with it? No, but they call a foul. That is definitely a favorable call for the visitors. I didn't see much in that. That's very surprising.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those, I think it can go either way, but
We'll check out this replay. And, yeah, I guess he does clip his heels from behind, but it did look like Hamtramck was in trouble there for a minute. The Nationals' number 9, Tio Espinoza, looked like he might have been in on goal there for a moment. And the ball, it won't stay still. It's so windy here. They try to take a free kick, but it rolled away from him. The free kick's taken poorly, and it's a turnover in the midfield. But Hamtramck recover momentarily. And they do now and look to turn that moment of misconnection and trying to turn that into some solid possession. Now here's Chamakov, feeds it to the midfielder and turns it back to the center back, number 2, Alekic. And nice little combination there, but haven't seen more than a couple passes linked together here so far.
No, it's been tough. There's been more than a fair share of turnovers from both sides, and I think it's been the closing speed and just the quickness. Guys are getting on the ball, but the defenders are very quickly getting right in their face and not allowing that decision-making time.
And I see a comment in the chat that does not believe that was a foul. But, sir, I do believe with your last name, you might be a little bit partial. I think there's an Espinoza saying that was not a foul on Espinoza, as that shot went pretty close to the near post there. Probably the closest we've seen to a goal here in the early goings. The Nationals trying to get first blood. They are desperate to get a win. They haven't tasted victory in 4 attempts here as Dia takes it off the foot of the Nationals defender, but number 13, Chase Paulus, makes up for it. But it's going to be a Hamtramck goal, or a corner kick, sorry.
Yeah.
If you're going to get it stolen from you, it might as well, the best thing to do is, make up for that mistake and tap it away yourself.
Well, a crucial touch to prevent Dia from really cutting inside. That would have been trouble. He had a couple teammates running in on goal, but Paulus able to knock it out, and here's the corner.
Dia is blocking the goalkeeper's way here, and it's a dangerous ball when we have our first goal of the game, and it looks like Dia notches one for Hamtramck in the 20th minute of this matchup here tonight. 1-0 to the visitors.
Classic corner. Put it up in the middle. Let your forward go attack it.
And here we see that replay. That high ball kind of catches in the wind. The goalkeeper unable to get away from the bodies in the box, and Dia prods it home. And we have our first goal of the game. 1-0 to the visitors in blue. Hamtramck 1, Nationals 0.
Element's certainly playing a role there, but great job by Dia to sky and get above everybody else in the box. Head it downward. We've seen so often guys get there, they get their head on it, but they blast it over the bar. He was able to get on top of it, head it downward, and into the back of the net.
Otto Dia, the first goal scorer of the night. What will the Nationals' response be here this evening? So I got the first part of, I got the first part of my prediction wrong already. Your score prediction still in the balance?
It's very early. Very early. But
well, that makes me optimistic that there's going to be goals in this, because I wouldn't have been, it was kind of going a little bit stale there for a minute as Dia has the ball fortuitously bounced to him, but the Nationals defense recovers as Steinwasser looks to get things going here, and he turns away from the midfield and sprays it out wide, and there's 3 red shirts ahead of the ball here. Can they mount an instant answer? Steinwasser crowded out there, but it stays with the Nationals. It's sprayed wide to Espinoza. He puts a right-footed low cross, finds Rosenblatt at the penalty spot, but it doesn't quite stick for him there.
Good response from Nationals, though. Get right on the ball, get into the attacking third, put a little bit of pressure on Hamtramck City's back line right after giving up that goal. As we know, that's when teams are most vulnerable, generally speaking.
I'm sure the Nationals coaching staff down there will be happy with that response. Obviously not happy with conceding, but happy that they got a little bit of a response there. And in goal for the Hamtramck FC is Mohamed Thabet, as he claims that, and it's the first real time I've seen the ball in his hands so far tonight.
Yeah, it's been a quiet one. Both teams, the ruthlessness in the attacking third has not yet been there.
Strong, powerful run there by Captain Alex DeMoro, but it's turned over, and Hamtramck tried to turn that turnover into a quick offensive strike, but Nationals on the ball again. They play it back to their goalkeeper, as sprays it to the left, and there's some space over there. Rosenblatt calling for it, and he gets the pass and controls it. Looks for Steinwasser, but it's cut out in the middle. And here comes Hamtramck, and Dia doesn't go for it. I think he might have been offside there if he went to challenge for that ball.
Yeah, I think he thought he would have been flagged offside, and that might have been why he pulled up. But back to what you were saying shortly after the goal, Rob, yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. Run of play didn't necessarily show us much, and then, as we've seen so many times before, a set piece leads to capitalization and changes the scoreline.
Espinoza asks for a foul, and he gets it as I think it was Rosenblatt, I think, was held back on the far side, earning the Nationals a free kick in a potentially dangerous area. Good angle for a cross here. They're going to want a runner probably to hit the penalty area here, depending on what kind of left-footed or a right-footed delivery. It looks like it'll be a left-footer with the way the player's standing over the ball. Plenty of red shirts up. Big bodies up there for Reds, and it might spill towards the attackers, and it comes to the top of the box. Left-footed strike goes through the traffic, blocked down. Some hands going up for possible offsides. No whistle yet. It's bouncing around. Espinoza takes a whack at it. It's blocked up. It's still bouncing around. They could have maybe left that for the goalkeeper, but it's shanked out for a throw-in, and the Nationals really starting to lean on Hamtramck now. Coach Bautista of Hamtramck probably happy with that early goal, but maybe nervous about this mounting Nationals pressure. And as that's looped into the box by Espinoza, but none of his teammates are really reading that one, as Thabet will take the goal kick for Hamtramck, and he'll get assistance as his center back, Lekic, will take it for him, it seems.
Yeah, he's got a big boot.
But he doesn't quite get all the way.
Not a great one there. Of course, as soon as I said it, he was going to.
But he knew that was going to happen. He got his team a throw in here at the midway part of the field. Hamtramck got 3 blue shirts up, looking for Dia, but it's cut out. Knocked back into the middle of the park. Rosenblatt, been everywhere in the field. He's planning on playing a 10 spot right now. Haven't really seen with him the times I've seen him in the past. He's usually be in the back, but here's Dia. He's got a little bit of room. He's got a teammate. Through ball. And Heish does well to get there before the on-rushing Hamtramck player. That was a tense moment there for Heish as he had to dive at the feet of the on-rushing attacker.
Yeah,
nice through ball, though. Nice weight. Those balls aren't easy on turf fields.
No, he made a great call coming on out to come get that, because it would have been trouble had he decided to hang back.
Yeah, those little delicate through balls trying to feed somebody in the 18-yard box on turf, it's so hard. Because if you hit it too hard, it goes to the goalie.
Just keeps running.
It just keeps running, goes to the goalie, or goes out for a goal kick. Or if you do it too light, obviously it can be cut out. So a nice little bit of touch there, but just a little bit too far, and the goalie got to it. But heads-up play by the goalie as the Nationals have some numbers up and some possession. Here's Captain DeMaro's pass. Gets a hit wayward, and it's going to be another goal kick. And we'll take this moment to talk about Kickstart Toddler Soccer, whose mission is to stimulate the bodies and minds of children while introducing them to the joys of goal-oriented physical activity leading up to competitive play. Taking great care with the knowledge for many, this may be their first group class. Kickstart focuses on building nurturing relationships while introducing an engaging curriculum with the objective of making Kickstart class or game the highlight of every student's week. Kickstart Toddler Soccer has locations in Macomb, Oakland, Genesee, Washtenaw counties. Please, to learn more, visit kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Well done.
As I breeze through that, we have the ball coming in play here. That trash can doesn't have the best mobility on the far side either, does he?
Doesn't seem like the best spot for that trash can. Somebody might run into it. Not that it's right on the touchline, but.
What do you think gets knocked over first, the folding table or the trash can? We have one vote for trash can. I don't know if he's gotten a touch on the ball yet, though.
Well,
Oh, we do have an overturned one here on
See,
the other
yeah,
side.
that's
So
the
one of
thing.
them took. So it does show it can happen. So
Yeah, I would say that normally, the trash can wouldn't tip over, but his friend over there already being on his face makes it a trickier question.
proof of concept. As the Nationals have a free kick here in their own half. Captain decides to push up the field tomorrow. Look for a second, he's going to take it. Some indecision there whether to take it short or long, and it's played here to the feet of Espinoza. His pass doesn't quite connect, and Hamtramck can build on their own attack here. Some great control of the ball there in the middle of the field by Chamakov as he looks to play it up the field, and here comes Hamtramck. Does that ball get to the middle? No, it is cut out. Dia made a nice run, but the center backs tracked him the whole way. And Chamakov did really well to get out of pressure and spring that attack.
Yeah, the thing that I'm seeing from Hamtramck here early on is that they want to defend in tight spaces and they want to attack into space. So a lot of there you go right there. They're going to try to use the wings, use that space, get balls in behind, and use their athleticism.
Nice cross. Oh, and Dia almost gets his second as an excellent cross from Wael Al-Gahim. A beautiful left-footed cross finds the head, almost finds the head of Diaz. We'll see a replay here. Nice left-footed cross sent in. It looked like goal number 2, but it just skims off the head of the number 9 in blue. So close to number 2, but it remains Hamtramck 1, Nationals 0 here in about half an hour gone in the first half.
And Rob, we continue to talk about the shapes that these two are taking. I think as we've kind of settled in here, it looks to me like Nationals are trying at least to play 3 at the back, but that does leave a lot of that space. Big shove in there from behind.
He says ball too. That was good, but no matter what, it looks like a player will always claim that he gets ball. You could break a guy's leg, and he says, but I got the ball, though, ref. But Nationals on the ball. To your point, that was great analysis. Yeah, they're trying to win the ball back here. They're trying to set up traps here. They dribble it around it here. Can Espinoza get to this ball? He does. Short pass to the captain. Doesn't get through that wall of blue shirts. Still down in the corner. And Captain well there. Some nice footwork there. And almost finds Dia, but Nationals almost keep the pressure on as there's 3 runners ahead of the ball. The ball doesn't make it, but it will now. But the flag goes up. Number 14 in blue, Kuruma, made an excellent run, but the ball didn't quite make it out in time and is ruled offside. But that was another dangerous counterattack attempt. As soon as they win the ball back in the tackle, there's runners going forward.
Yeah, they are certainly looking to attack in transition. I'm keeping my eye on Tyler Someth over there on the far side, number 11. He took a nasty one, and he's still kind of limping around.
Right-footed shot goes through the hands of the goalkeeper, but is deflected wide. Best attempt of the night so far for the Nationals. A right-footed strike from number 28, Gavin Bordon. He gets the feed here on the near side. He gets a right boot on it. Good solid contact, but the goalkeeper gets 2 hands and slips through, but goalie gets enough to push it around the post for a Nationals corner. No Nationals standing on the goalie. Net's delivery doesn't quite make it past the first defender or to the front post, but they're going to get another attempt at it, and I feel like, see the corner flag is just almost stiff to the side. It really displays how windy it is out here in Auburn Hills. And we'll see if they're not blocking off the goalie again. That worked really well for the first goal of the game. And Hamtramck blocks that in front of the goal. A couple people here in the stands thought that might have been some upper arm action to block that, but no whistle from our referee.
Classic red and blue matchup here.
You can't go wrong. I love a colorful matchup, and in the full solid strips too, all color up and
I
down.
do like that. I like the top to match the shorts and the socks. Just
it's
provides a nice clean look.
Yeah, I like a good color. It's not just black versus white or something like that you see sometimes at the professional level.
Yeah.
A little too much.
Nationals, again, I think, want to get more onto the ball and be able to really enjoy some possession. They haven't been able to stay on the ball. You see they get on the ball, and then with the pressure.
Yeah, that was a good wrestling
That was an interesting
match there.
one.
Good wrestling match there in the middle, and it looks like it's going to go the Nationals' way.
It looked like an offensive lineman trying to make a lead block there.
Get him the four-man sled out there with that action. Get low. Get out low out there. As that's easily scooped up by the goalkeeper, Thabet. Hamtramck with the 1-0 lead here, the 35th minute of the first half.
So, yeah, what I'm seeing so far, Hamtramck has had luck with the quick 1-2 passing to quickly open up the defense, but I think for Nationals, it just hasn't worked that same way. You see another good example there. The closing time is just, it's relentless from Hamtramck, and it hasn't allowed Nationals to really express themselves the way that they want when they are able to get on the ball.
Yeah, number 17, Al-Bahri did well there to really snuff that out. Like you said, the Nationals were trying to combine there, and he didn't allow that to happen. And a long throw in here, finds his head looking for Dia, who is definitely a threat. Ato Dia, number 9 in blue. He's definitely asking questions of the defenders in red.
Yeah, they're just slipping things in behind those 3 center backs, and it's really given them some problems so far. Dia's speed and some of the balls have been really dangerous. We saw Heisch come out and grab the one just a few minutes ago. Got a little downtime here before the throw in.
This is a good time as any to talk about the Michigan Soccer Network Goal of the Week. Each week, Michigan Soccer Network takes goals from all the competitions we cover to give you, the viewer, opportunity to vote for the Goal of the Week. Voting begins on Mondays and runs through Thursdays afternoon each and every week. Announcement of the goal will happen during one of our live broadcasts throughout the weekend. After voting for this week's Goal of the Week, you'll be redirected to the MSN YouTube channel. We'd appreciate once you're there, subscribe to the network. Michigan Soccer Network, covering all these beautiful games here. Almost a game every night, it seems, at all the different levels from professional down to youth. Michigan, it's a great time to be involved in the sport here in the state of Michigan.
It's just a great thing to see. No shortage of options for soccer here.
Oh, look at the speed on the line.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness, that was the run of the night. Was that some heavy spin that came off of the trash can, or was that off the track?
I think it was off the track.
We're going to take an action replay.
Way.
That was spin off the track, but look at this
this
breaking speed from the linesman. Now that's something he's showing these players how to run. I guess he was on the track, though. Maybe that is faster. As Al-Bahri almost makes it 2 for Hamtramck. A right-footed blast skims the outside of the net there.
Yeah, I think that was on the half volley. If not, it was close. Did a great job to get as much power on it as he did, but just unable to navigate it inside the post.
Flirting with danger are the Nationals, already down 1-0, and that was so close to a second.
And that right there is just another example. Borden goes to run in behind, a little bit of miscommunication. The pass comes into his feet, and the Hamtramck defender just steps right up and takes it for himself.
Nationals back in possession on the far side of the field. We're approaching 9 o'clock, so the sunset is moments away, so it's going to go from dusk to nighttime here. Nationals looking for an equalizer as they find Espinoza on the top of the box, but snuffed out by the blue shirts of Hamtramck.
Just haven't been able to calm those balls down to get them onto the feet.
Rosenblatt finds his captain, but it's towed away, and that goes over the head of Al-Grahim. Al-Grahim has impressed us, though, so far. That one went over his head, but defended well by number 11, Poppy G, and he dribbles up the field. Great battle here as he wins it. He gets past him. Poppy feeds the middle, but the pass doesn't quite find Dia. Nice little dink there by the captain to get around that pressure in the midfield. DeMoro sticking with the battle, but Chamakov comes away with it, and he's got some space on the far side. Can Dia stay on side? He doesn't, but it's cut out anyway. I like the way that the Nationals defenders dribble out well. They dribble out very powerfully, but they get to about this area, and it's kind of cut down before they get to the back line. The defensive midfielders doing a really good job protecting the back line so far.
It's been interesting. Like I said, the closing speed has really impressed me so far from Hamtramck, but it's just so sudden. You know, Nationals think they have time on the ball, and before they know it, they don't. So it's almost like they're lulling them to sleep.
And then they step quick, and here's Shamakov looking to make another attack. And I don't know, that ball finds Dia on the chest, and he's ruled offside. I don't know, that was a close call.
He went on the initial ball, and then when the follow-up came, he had already played himself out of position.
Dia's going to get another chance. He had time on the ball, tries to play his teammate in. Maybe had more time than he thought there. The ball turned over quick after that offsides free kick. And Hamtramck, I think, if I was going to pick a second goal scorer, I'd pick Hamtramck here at the moment.
Yeah, they do look the more threatening. It's interesting, though, because they haven't really had too much of the ball. A lot of the attack, a lot of the danger that we've seen from them comes on the counter, and forcing those quick turnovers and really freeing up the guys to run forward into that space, as we've mentioned a couple times here. And here's Espinoza doing just that.
Espinoza right-footed shot, and it's blocked down by the Hamtramck goalkeeper there. That's a best shot from the Nationals thus far, coming in the 41st minute of the game. Some good power there, but right on target. But I'm guessing that the Nationals are going to see that he's not catching him, and down at the other end, Dia with another right-footed strike, and the Nationals goalkeeper hangs on to his save.
Got some end-to-end stuff here right now.
Yeah, after that first, before the goal, it was a little bit tepid maybe, a little bit not much flow. But since the goal, there's been a lot of attacking intent. And those last few minutes, the last 5 to 10 minutes or so, there's been opportunities to find the back of the net for both sides.
Yeah, Nationals have certainly had some chances, some looks on goal, but so far, nothing doing.
Espinoza retains possession, finds his captain tomorrow. Rosenblatt on the ball, finds his way away from 4 blue shirts. DeMoro, left-footed chip into the box, doesn't quite make its target. And Chamakov chips it away, and here's Dia on a 1 versus 2, and he's got some speed. He's going to put him under pressure. Will he get there? Oh, he forced a decision there from the defender. Finds his goalkeeper who clears it. Here on the near side, I've been liking the play of Chase Polis. He did get beat on that last chance, but on the run of play, Chase Polis has done pretty well on this near side. I really like this near side matchup between the number 13 in red and 22 in blue. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty compelling. I'm glad to have had this in front of us on this side. And here's Espinoza. He's got a couple numbers ahead, and that cross goes all the way to the far side, but he's got numbers. They mark it down. Will it fall for a shot? They try to combine at the top of the box. Rosenblatt to Steinwasser. Needs to come up with something more creative than there, but he heads it down, still in the top of the box. And again, Al-Gahim denies that entry pass into the box. Nationals with a lot of this possession, but the cutting edge. They need that final ball here. That chip ball into the box is being gobbled up by the defenders in blue. They have 6 defenders back here now, and they seem to swarm the box whenever the Nationals start passing around it. There was a wall of bodies in blue blocking those entry passes so far here.
Talked about it at the top of the show, and we're seeing it play out here so far in terms of Hamtramck's shape and just the defensive structure that they're playing with. You can see, when Nationals get the ball into those attacking areas, when they navigate it to the wings, the collapsing inside into the box to just not allow those passing lanes, really no space at all for Nationals to do what they want to do.
Here comes Paulus. He puts a cross into the box, but it's blocked off. Comes off the thigh of number 2 in blue, Hasib Lekic. And while we chase down this ball, I'm going to let you know that Nationals' vision to be the best at developing youth soccer players who strive to perform at their personal best in soccer and in life through experiences that integrate each player with their family, team, club, and community. Join us June 11th and 12th and register for a tryout. Come join the Nationals June 11th and 12th. If you're interested in trying out for one of the many locations, visit nationalsoccer.com for more information and register today. And that was a well-taken corner, but turns out to be whistled dead here as the Nationals can take a breath here, and we have a alert from the 4th official that we have 2 minutes left of stoppage time, and that whistle was for the goalkeeper, looked to have been clattered into.
It was a good ball to the back post, but there was nobody at the back post to get on the end of it. So just kind of ran through, recycled, and here's Hamtramck on the attack.
Both coaches probably nervous, not wanting to give anything up here before the halftime whistle. 2 minutes left, free kick here, and with how well Hamtramck have done with just a few passes to get to goal, this could be a dangerous situation if they get the delivery right, as number 17 was brought down by DeMoro, kind of just pulled down from behind.
See what they try to do here, if it's a short one into the near side or if they try to loop it to the back post.
Right-footed looper goes into the middle of the box, but headed away there well by the Nationals back line. Haven't cleared it all the way there yet, and they're calling a foul on the top of the box. I think that's on Steinwasser. Will he get a card or just a talking to? The referee, sprinted to the spot there. I thought he was going to get a card with the way the referee reacted, but
certainly did look like it might have been a yellow, but here we get it on replay. Yeah, that's
number 3 in blue, absolutely hacked down there by Steinwasser. Kaid. Now this is a dangerous position. We were talking about that other free kick. Now this is a dangerous situation. About 19, 20 yards out, angled just to the side. Goalkeeper Xander Heisch in the Nationals goal, preparing his wall.
Yeah, too close for a ball in here. I'd expect this one to be on net.
So this could very well be the last action of the first half here, as the referee is adjusting the post here, giving a little tap-tap. I'm not sure what that was, but number 22 in blue, Al Gahim has, or 21, sorry, and he looks like he's going to take a right footer. No, left-footed shot comes in, deflects off of a Nationals defender, doesn't make it all the way to the goalie, but that tricked me. That was a good
you fell
set
for
play.
it.
It looked like a right footer coming in, but the other player came in.
He's on
the side there, but defense does well to snuff that out. It looked like they were going to get another chance before halftime, but the referee blows for halftime here, 1-0 on the campus of Oakland University in Auburn Hills. In the 20th minute, Otto Dia headed home on a corner kick, the only score of the game so far. We are in UPSL action here. Nationals 0, Hamtramck FC 1. We're going to take a minute to catch our breath here, and we'll be right back here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required. Arrive at the studio 10 to 15 minutes before class begins so we can check you in. Wear something you can move comfortably in. We suggest leggings or long pants and a workout top. You'll also need a pair of sticky socks to keep your feet from sliding during class. If you need sticky socks, you can pick some up at the studio. Before class, grab a ball, tube, and a light set of weights. Right from the start, you connect to the beat. Class begins with a warm-up, then your teacher will guide you through arm work using the light weights. After that, you'll make your way over to the bar, where you'll work your thighs, then your seat, and finally your abs. You'll finish your workout with a cool down to stretch your muscles. Something you'll hear often in class is a tuck. A tuck is a movement that involves contracting the abs while rotating your hips forward and up to elongate your spine. One of the biggest benefits of Pure Barre are the small, controlled movements in class. When you hear your teacher say pulse or down an inch, up an inch, that literally means just 1 inch, the size of a paperclip. This is important because with Pure Barre, the smaller the movement, the bigger the change in your muscles. Your first class will move quickly and it will be challenging, but your teacher will be right there beside you and can help you modify the workout throughout the class. After 3 to 4 classes, you'll start to get comfortable with the flow. And after 8 to 10 classes, you can see results. Our teachers and our community will support you along the way. Pure Barre is about rising above who you were yesterday and building a stronger version of yourself today. Precise, strong, balanced, inspired. This is Pure Barre.
Kickstart Toddler Soccer is a developmental program that helps turn timid toddlers into
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, Unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Welcome back, friends. Joining us here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We are in beautiful Auburn Hills, Michigan, on the campus of Oakland University for some Friday night UPSL action between the Nationals and Hamtramck FC. My name's Robert Kerr, alongside my broadcast partner, Mitch Gatsky. Before we hit the highlights, there's quite a few notable performances there in the first half.
Yeah, obviously want to highlight the goal scorer, Otto Dia. Good work there on the corner, but beyond that, he's really been the danger man for Hamtramck, using that space in behind Nationals defense and stretching them out. I would look for more of that here in the second half. Beyond that, attacking midfielder Wasim Muthana was all over the place, and you heard us mention him more than a few times. Wail Al-Gahim, number 22 here on the near side, playing left back. Made a lot of crucial stops that really shut down Nationals' opportunities that they had here.
The hosts had the lion's share of the possession, but no breakthroughs of yet. But there was a few good performances to point out. The captain of the Nationals, Alex DeMoro, did well. He was strong on the ball. As we're going to take a look at the highlights of the first half, and here's a look at the goal. There's Dia rising up to get his head on the ball for the first score of the game. A second look there, excellently well done. Hamtramck really crowded the box and crowded out the goalie. The ball hung up in the air a little bit, and he was able to rise up above everybody else.
Yeah, we've seen the elements play a factor. Here's another ball in from Dia. But Heisch comes out and grabs that one.
And that looked to be the second goal for Dia, but it skims off the top of his head and doesn't go in the goal. And here's probably the best chance for the Nationals as number 28 in red, Gavin Bourdon, gets a good right-footed strike, but goalie does enough to parry it around the outside. And another chance that got us out of our seats. Looked like a second Hamtramck goal there. And a free kick right on the edge of the box, just on the stroke of halftime. Hamtramck looked to be the team likely to get that second goal of the game, but it didn't come just yet. So we're going to take another quick break, stretch our legs, and see if there's going to be any second half subs. So we're going to take another step away as we come back for the second half. It is Nationals 0, Hamtramck FC 1 on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required. Arrive at the studio 10 to 15 minutes before class begins so we can check you in. Wear something you can move comfortably in. We suggest leggings or long pants and a workout top. You'll also need a pair of sticky socks to keep your feet from sliding during class. If you need sticky socks, you can pick some up at the studio. Before class, grab a ball, tube, and a light set of weights. Right from the start, you connect to the beat. Class begins with a warm-up, then your teacher will guide you through arm work using the light weights. After that, you'll make your way over to the bar, where you'll work your thighs, then your seat, and finally your abs. You'll finish your workout with a cool down to stretch your muscles. Something you'll hear often in class is a tuck. A tuck is a movement that involves contracting the abs while rotating your hips forward and up to elongate your spine. One of the biggest benefits of Pure Barre are the small, controlled movements in class. When you hear your teacher say pulse or down an inch, up an inch, that literally means just 1 inch, the size of a paperclip. This is important because with Pure Barre, the smaller the movement, the bigger the change in your muscles. Your first class will move quickly, and it will be challenging, but your teacher will be right there beside you and can help you modify the workout throughout the class. After 3 to 4 classes, you'll start to get comfortable with the flow. And after 8 to 10 classes, you can see results. Our teachers and our community will support you along the way. Pure Barre is about rising above who you were yesterday and building a stronger version of yourself today. Precise, strong, balanced, inspired. This is Pure Barre.
The Nationals' vision is to be the best at developing youth soccer players who strive to perform at their personal best in soccer and in life. Through experiences that integrate each player with their family, team, club, and community, join the Nationals June 11th and 12th if you're interested in trying out for one of the many locations. Visit nationalsoccer.com for more information and to register today. Welcome back into our UPSL broadcast here on Michigan Soccer Network. My name is Robert Kerr alongside Mitch Gatsky. What are you looking for in the second half here, Mitch?
I'm looking for Nationals to get back on the ball and hopefully, for their sake, enjoy a little bit more success on the wings and in the attack. We mentioned it a couple times here. They just didn't have a whole lot of time on the ball, and I think if they're able to work a little bit more quickly, break down that pressure that they're seeing from Hamtramck, they'll be able to get the breakthrough that they're looking for.
And there was one substitution indicated by the fourth official there for Hamtramck. I believe that was Captain Mujib Nashal coming off, replaced by number 8, Duhain Dahan. Oh, Dahan Ganuru, my apologies. As number 16, George Chamakov, looks to get the second half started here on the campus of Oakland University here in Auburn Hills, Michigan. And we are underway in the second half. Going from left to right in blue is Hamtramck FC. And in red, now going from right to left, is the Nationals. A 1-0 score line here. Both teams looking for a win here. 2 wins and 2 losses for the boys in blue, and 1 win, 2 ties, and 2 draws for the guys in red. Number 11 in red, Tyler Somuth, gets it going, and here comes Rosenblatt. Strong into the box, right-footed shot is blocked down. Rosenblatt dribbled right into the 18-yard box, almost got to the 6-yard box, cuts it onto his right foot, but blocked down either by a last-second tackle or by the goalie. We'll have a look here, but took us all by surprise right out of the whistle. Rosenblatt dribbles right into the box, cuts back, right-footed shot, and the goalkeeper does well with his positioning to make the save.
Yeah, the 3 best shots that we've seen from Nationals so far have all been directed kind of right at the keeper, and he's been able to make those stops. Look for a little bit more clinical finishing here as we work our way more deep into the second half.
Yeah, Hamtramck goalkeeper Wael Al-Gahim, or my apologies, Mohamed Thabet in the Hamtramck goal has done very well with his position with all these shots he's faced, but hasn't really held on to him. So we'll see if that kind of plays out as the game goes along.
Yeah, it has been interesting to see him, all of those saves that he's gone for, really just the fists, not even trying to catch those balls, just parry them out. hopefully into non-dangerous areas.
And here comes Hamtramck. It looks like a 3-on-3. Does that through ball get into Dia? It doesn't, and very well and confidently coming out of his goal is Xander Heisch. He does well to get down and smother that before Dia could get to it, but dangerous counterattack there once again for Hamtramck. A chip ball finds Rosenblatt, who cuts inside but is unable to keep a hold of it.
And that's what Nationals is going to be looking to do, that decisiveness on the ball, knowing what you want to do before you actually get the ball.
And Rosenblatt kind of gets played there on the near touchline. That was something to put in the highlight reel, maybe.
He's not on the back line. It didn't lead to a chance, so it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice. Doesn't mean much, but catching a couple groans here from us, chuckles in the press box. As the Nationals combine through the middle, but can't get past those defensive midfielders very often.
Yeah, it's just been a little bit sloppiness on the ball in midfield at times and inability to work it up to the forwards.
Looks like the Nationals have a number of bench players warming up here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see some changes for the side in red.
I can almost guarantee it.
They are allowed 7 subs per game here in the UPSL. But once they're subbed, they are permanent subs. It's not in the college rules.
7 subs, they better be permanent. Plenty of subs.
Long throw in here from Hamtramck as it's definitely turned to nighttime here in Auburn Hills. Going past 9:15 here locally. Checking in the chat. I was looking to see if we have any added second half predictions. None coming just yet.
I'm sticking to 1-1.
That's not a bad prediction as it's 1-0 here, and Rosenblatt drives through the middle of the field and his pass snuffed out. Can't go from that midfield to forward connection, and I thought that was going to get through to the Hamtramck attacker, but cut out well there by Andrew Holy.
That attempted run and then attempted ball there from Rosenblatt really just kind of illustrates what we've been seeing all game long here. He was in space, and then all of a sudden it disappeared on him, and he rocketed a potential ball right into a defender's foot.
Alex DeMauro seems to be a pretty savvy player there. He dribbled past one and felt a little bit of contact and bought his team a free kick there as gets his teammates up the field as there's 1, 2, 3, 4 players, or 3 at the top of the box, 3 more huddling around just outside.
DeMauro's been a great anchor man today.
Left-footed free kick. 2 blue shirts almost hit their head, but deal with the high ball into the box for a moment here. Nationals still retain possession. Hopeful ball cleared away at the top of the 18.
Cleared, but not very far. Nationals get back on it.
DeMauro headed back to his teammate well. Here's Rosenblatt onto his right foot. Puts in a cross, finds a head.
Wow.
Just over the head of his teammate. But that was a nice-looking ball there. It was another high one into the box, but had a little bit more purpose to it that time.
Yeah, he whipped that one in. Borden just unable to elevate enough to get his head on it, direct it goalward. There's a big goal kick from Lekic to get it back into play.
He's got the win this time. Well, actually, no, he's kicking it into the win that time. We were talking about his big goal kicks and didn't see it in the first half, but that definitely made across the halfways. Rosenblatt again on the ball, sprays it wide, but a bit wild. And we'll take this opportunity to mention Jack's Car Wash has been serving Oakland County since they opened in 1953. With 9 locations throughout Southeast Michigan, they can serve you from Birmingham to Clinton Township, Rochester to Southfield. Try the Unlimited Club today, starting at $24.99. For more information, visit jackscarwash.com. A clean car by Jack's rides better.
Went to Jack's the other day on Woodward.
Did it ride better?
Got my, yeah. Did my little spring cleaning routine.
Yeah, there's a lot of French fries and stuff under the seat in mine. I should probably do the same thing.
Here's Rosenblatt on the wing.
He'll get to it. He likes coming on his right foot. He does again. Teammates did come in support, but his cross is blocked down. They've really done us favors. All the play has been coming up on our side of the field.
Yeah, it's been nice. The first half, it was, concentrated on Nationals right and Hamtramck's left. And here in the second half, as the two teams flip sides, they put it in reverse.
There's a battle there down in the corner. DeMoro trying to keep the ball in play. Blocks out the attempted clearance, but it'll be a Hamtramck throw here deep in their own defensive third.
Just a strong play from Karuma, putting himself in between the attacker and the ball.
The ball's looped out here. Number 8 in blue, our substitute, Dahan Gnanru.
I think they want to get the ball at his feet and watch him run. A couple of times that they've tried to get him involved. Again, it's just a lot of space for Hamtramck in the attack. Using
DeMoro
that speed.
brings it down. Looking for a teammate. He's got a couple options, and he splits the wickets on number 17 in blue and finds number 13 on the far side, who sprays it down to the right wing, cuts inside. Left foot across, sprays it to Rosenblatt, who brings it down. His touch is a little heavy and allows the defender to make up that space. And that's got to be a foul.
Yeah.
Dahan was trying to get away from him, and they must know how fast he was because that was some desperation. And that should be a yellow card. And the referee has brought out his book for the first time, and we have
here we go.
3 substitutions coming in. Number 4, number 5, number 8 coming in for the Nationals.
And checking out, number 9, that's Espinosa. And who else we got here? Who else is coming off?
No one wants to come off.
Yeah, they're trying to decide who this third is going to be.
Number 19.
That's Keepy.
Rakipi. We didn't say his name that much there in the middle of the park.
No, and I think that might be one of the reasons why, he's getting subbed off at this point. Sometimes it's one of those days you struggle to establish yourself and really express yourself there out on the pitch.
And we're trying to see the number on the back of that third outcoming player. He hasn't turned yet.
Haven't identified him quite yet. Still talking to Coach, getting the debriefing.
But yeah, Rukipi, I thought coming in was going to play a big part, but didn't say his name too much in the open play as a loose ball almost falls for Rosenblatt. And here's Steinwasser, haven't said his name much in the second half yet, but doesn't stick to his foot either. Is that 19?
That last player coming off was 13, Chase Paulus. He's a name we mentioned a couple times there in the first half. So let's give you the full rundown now. Checking in for Nationals, numbers 4. That's Zabeth Wilson.
Hold on there. Dia in the box. Gets pressed to the outside. Finds his teammate. There's an option there in the middle of the box. Oh, and Dahan looked to have gotten his service there. Almost a chance there for Hamtramck to get the second.
Number 5 also coming in. That's Ottavio Toluso. And number 8, Angelo Zambelli.
So 3 changes here coming just about the 56th minute or so. As the Nationals put some energy in, see some energy and some new legs, provide some new ideas. And the Nationals, almost found some space on this near side.
I think Nationals, so far they've had the right idea. It's been the execution and just lacking a couple of tidy touches in the attacking third that really have not allowed them to break down Hamtramck's defense to the degree that they'd like to. Been a couple of clear-cut chances, haven't been able to capitalize yet.
We'll see if Hamtramck FC coach Javi Batista replies with any substitutions of his own. You feel like 3 sets of fresh legs could make a difference.
Yeah, I'll be curious. He does have a shorter bench, but that's not to say he's lacking for subs.
Oh! Closest chance of the night for the Nationals. Clanks off the top of the crossbar.
With the bet? He didn't get a hand to that? Wow. I thought he knocked it onto the bar.
We'll see a replay of it here. Number 17, nice drag back, puts it onto his left foot.
Oh, wow.
And it clanks off the crossbar. The goalie did get his hand up, so he may have had it covered, but it definitely hits the crossbar and bounces on over. Most threatening moment for the Nationals thus far, especially in the second half.
That was a wicked one and definitely something to build on here for Nationals.
That was a really nice turn there. 17 in red.
That's Andrew Schwartz. Haven't called his name much at all. But he's finally putting his imprint on this game.
Coming up on almost nearing the hour mark here, and comes Dahu. One-on-one here. And the defender for the Nationals does really well to win that one-on-one battle and earn his side a free kick. Number 8, the second half sub for Hamtramck, Duhan Gunonru, definitely has these Nationals defenders nervous. Very entertaining one-on-one battle there. Here's DeMauro. Looks up the field. His pass is deflected out by George Tomkoff, who apologizes, who felt maybe he could have kept that one on his foot, but he deflected it out. He cut that out. He did his job.
Rob, I have a question.
What's that?
Are you looking to grow your business? Then you should advertise with the Michigan Soccer Network. You can be a title sponsor. Place your 30 or 60-second commercial, readouts, and more. To learn more about our advertising programs, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
And we do now see a substitution from Coach Javi Batista. Number 10 in blue checking in. That looks like Sanad checking in for, what was the number he's put on the board coming out?
17.
17.
Albari.
Who did have a couple really good moments earlier on, but getting the fresh legs in there.
Yeah, he's the one that struck the post there in the first half, almost making it 2-0 to Hamtramck.
Sanad checks in for him, matching the triple sub that we saw from the Nationals. So we've had 2 subs from Hamtramck and 3 for the Nationals so far here tonight. If you're just tuning in, my name is Robert Kerr, alongside my broadcasting partner, Mitch Gatsky, on the campus of Oakland University in beautiful Auburn Hills, broadcasting here on the Michigan Soccer Network, alongside the production team, The Prep, putting together some Friday night UPSL action. I said in the first half, it's an awesome time to be involved in the game here in Michigan. Covering so many games and just so many levels in action here at this time of the year. From youth all the way up to professional, there's almost a game every night here as the Nationals try to get along the baseline there, the goal line there, but the defense, that was probably our guy, Wael Al-Gahim, stopping him again in the left back position, but that's pretty far away from our vantage point up here.
I think it was actually Kaid, number 3, maybe, who cut that one out. But yes, excellent job all evening by Hamtramck to really close down on those defenders. Even when Nationals do get into some dangerous areas, that speed, that closing speed that I've mentioned numerous times now, it really has been remarkable from Hamtramck.
I have enjoyed the kind of the juxtaposition of tactics here we've seen tonight. as Hamtramck cuts this one out. Good skill to cut inside of
Oh, boy.
cut inside of DeMauro, but DeMauro says, no way, Jose, and he slide tackles and wins the ball back. The Hamtramck player remains on the ground, but no foul given, and they continue to play as Steinwasser bundles his way through a few players, but it bounced up off his hand, and the whistle finally comes.
Yeah.
And now the downed Hamtramck player
Karuma has
can,
not moved at all.
maybe receive some attention.
So
And here's the look at it, and he gets slid from behind, and you know, in the modern game, almost any tackle from behind is a foul. I mean, he did come away with the ball, but did look to take a bit of the man there as the Hamtramck player stays on the ground. He is moving and sitting up now, holding his right foot, but his teammates help him up, and he looks to be doing just fine.
yeah, I think it was one of those maybe just trying to sell it a little bit more. Hamtramck also in the lead, so this is about that time where, hey, if things start to take a little bit longer than usual, Hamtramck is not going to be too concerned about that.
Free kick here for Hamtramck, sent long up to Dia, cut out by the Nationals defense, but stays in the attacking third. Duhan working on this near touchline. He's got 2 red shirts around him, but
Nifty.
number 24 in blue, a few moves. He supplies
Nifty.
a ball to the top of the box. Chamakov is cut down, and it is the second goal of the game. An excellent run of play as the ball comes to the top of the box, finds the open man on the far post, who slots it in for the second goal of the night.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but that might be the Michigan Soccer Network goal of the week. Check it out.
Number 24 in blue does really nice there. Muthana supplies a pass to the top, and it takes a kind of a fortuitous bounce, and the right foot of Hamtramck attacker puts it to the far side. Goalkeeper didn't have much of a chance there.
Excellent team goal. Muthana doing a lot of the work to navigate his way through those defenders and set up that chance. So we get another sub for Nationals here, checking in, 26. And coming out is 11. So we'll get you their names in just a moment here as we flip through our ever-reliable roster.
Yeah, we're working through our notes to get the name of our goal scorer there. Number 10 in blue was a player on the back post, our substitute. Sanad, don't have his last name clearly written there, but excellent goal, and that may just be the Michigan Soccer Network goal of the week.
I mean, from the play along here on the right to set it up, and maybe a fortuitous bounce. Maybe he meant to do it. I don't know. But either way, breathtaking goal from Hamtramck.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Muthana was at 2-3 guys. He diced here on the near side. Great pass to the top of the box. Maybe a little bit fortunate with how it came back, but wide open on the back post.
You got to be there to make it happen, right? There's a lot to be said just for being in the right areas, and soccer, that's a huge part of it. Positioning, finding yourself in the right place at the right time.
Chamakov finds a goal scorer, and he goes over the head of Dia. He comes back out to the far side. Nationals, they got to respond quickly now. They've fallen behind by 2 goals with under 25 minutes remaining in this contest.
Just playing a little bit of catch-up here. I mentioned there was a sub after that goal for Nationals. Checking in 26, Brendan Martin. And coming off, 11, Tyler Summeth.
And as we see, there is a Hamtramck player down. Some of these knocks might take a little bit longer to recover from now that there's a 2-goal lead. And let's see the replay. And he's cut down.
Yeah, I think he got an elbow.
Oh, yeah, he tries to make a spin move and catches an elbow from the Nationals defender. But the player looks to be just fine as he steps back into play after getting a couple pats on the back. Looks like Hamtramck is going to send this free kick in long with the left-footed effort, blocked away by number 8 in red. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Michigan Soccer Network here. Some UPSL action on a Friday night. My name is Robert Kerr alongside Mitch Gatsky, the home of the Nationals here on the campus of Oakland University in beautiful Auburn Hills, Michigan. Scoreline reads 2-0 to the visitors. Hamtramck FC looking for their first road win of the season. And the Nationals in danger of going 5 games without a win. Long throw in here from Hamtramck. A little miscommunication on the clearance. And almost a third, number 10 in blue, Sanad almost got a brace. But he puts it just wide, and Nationals are a little bit on the ropes here for him.
Yeah, Sanad probably should have done better. Chance right in front of goal and just put it wide.
Bit of a hopeful ball skews off the foot of the Nationals defender. Conference looks a little bit shaken up. The Nationals defense has to button up here. They've got the talent to do it. And there was a a globally viewed 2-goal comeback just yesterday over in the Premier League. The team in blue came back from 2 goals down to win 3-2 to avoid relegation. That was something else yesterday, huh? I don't know if we're going to see a pitch invasion tonight, though. We have a pair of subs, 1 each, as 20 in blue checks in Maurice Boyd. And did you catch that Nationals substitution there, Mitch?
That was number 12 coming off, Alex Steinwasser. Number 22 checking in, looking to get confirmation. I think that's Drew Tappan. 25, excuse me, not 22.
Thrown into the Nationals' 18-yard line. Chamakov tries to rocket it back in, but it's blocked down by the newly subbed in Nationals player.
Got some upcoming games on Michigan Soccer Network to tell you about. This Sunday, Rebels versus Legends FC. That's at 7:30 in the UWS2.
That looks like that could be an electric matchup as both teams won their first matches by large scorelines. So they'll have a tighter test on Sunday.
And then Nationals, right back at it here again on Wednesday against Alianza FC. That's 7:30 kick here in the UPSL.
Yeah, Nationals welcoming Alianza here to Oakland University, and an interesting concept for Alianza, and it's trying to unite all the men's clubs happening in Southwest Detroit, trying to make a unified team of that electric and very vibrant soccer scene in Southwest Detroit, attempting to kind of unify that community into one team there, playing at the corner ballpark, their home games.
Yeah, it's an all-star team of sorts, and anytime you get a talented group of guys that play across a league or across a different set of teams and try to aggregate them all into one, it can be a bit of a steeper learning curve, so we'll see what Alianza comes with next week.
Yeah, definitely hit the subscribe button when you are on Michigan Soccer Network's YouTube page. There's tons of games here happening in the Great Lakes State, so definitely don't want to miss any of those as We get another substitution as number 30 in red checks in.
That is Kalen Flowers, number 30, coming in for Nationals. He's coming on for number 27, Andrew Holly. Nationals got the ball back, and here comes a throw in.
Ball comes into the box. Rosenblatt tries to put it in front of the goal, but it's deflected up and out, and it's going to be a Hamtramck goal kick. And it's interesting. You don't see too often at this level having the defenders take the goal kicks.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if there's an injury with the lower half of the keeper, Thabet, here. Just because, yeah, it is very unusual to see every one of the goal kicks be taken by a defender.
Oh, that was possibly a dangerous situation as Hamtramck had some runners streaming into the box there, but Nationals did well to cut that out.
Nationals here with the time remaining. I think just looking to build some continuity and, set themselves right, get some positive momentum going. This game might get away from them, but that doesn't mean that they can't, still take some positive takeaways from this match here.
In the 73rd minute, ball back in play.
Here's Rosenblatt on the ball. Works through some contact. Ooh, comes up.
And who is that? A player not in contact. Goes down hobbling. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Looks like Chamikov helping out there.
I think he did get some contact on the back end there. Once he broke away from the defender, maybe got a little piece of him on the way out. And we're going to take a look at it here on the replay. And, yeah, there was plenty of contact there, just a little bit of a delayed reaction from Rosenblatt. He thought he was going to be okay to continue, but came up a little gimpy, and going to have the trainer come out, take a look at him.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see in the summer league. In these summer league games, a lot of these players, they all have their own motivations for playing, whether it's to kind of elevate their status at their college career, or if they're not in a college system, to maybe get some looks elsewhere, or just to stay on track in their development. So to take an injury in the summer season is the last thing that anyone wants. And we especially don't want to see Rosenblatt coming off here with an injury. Hopefully that's to just get a little bit of cold spray or sponge and bounce back. But Chamikov definitely clipped him on the heel from behind there.
Yeah, silver lining, Rosenblatt's at least able to walk off under his own power. It looks like he's probably going to be done for the night, but at least maybe not as serious as it could have been. Definitely keep an eye on that and pass along any updates that we receive on his condition.
And here's a dangerous ball into the box. That free kick kind of squirmed its way through that crowd of players. Quickly taken. A sneaky little thing. Let's check out that replay. It's lofted in the box. Skims off the top of a head and sneaks by the post there, but goes out for a goal kick. And we're back underway already as Hamtramck have some space moving forward. Here's Dehan. Finds number 24 in blue, Mathana, who had an excellent role in that second goal. And a right-footed shot from Sanad goes over the bar, but he's definitely strong cutting in on his right foot there, the substitute.
Yeah, they're letting him go. He looks like the guy that they want to have the bulk of the opportunities and just let him take shots. Because we've seen it a couple times now. It converted on one, and a couple that ended up going just past the frame.
We have another substitution coming on. Coach Bautista definitely changing up a lot of his players. Number 15, Allah Al-Gahim, checking in, and coming off as number 24, the player Wasim Muthana, who really sliced and diced to set up that second goal. So he gets a welcome rest, and Al-Brahim gets a chance.
I think Muthana might be my man of the match with his role in the second goal and the involvements that we saw from him, the energy in the first half, really establishing that pace of play that Hamtramck has used to establish their dominance in this game.
Here's Flowers. First time really seeing him. He gets a left-footed effort, but is blocked down. And he's trying to get that ball back after he thought he was going to get a left-footed strike on goal. What's turned over here? Number 17, left-footed strike, and that's powerful. And does it hit a cone? No, it doesn't. Almost got that cones behind the net, and that was a really nice strike by number 17, Andrew Schwartz. He stepped up from the back line after he caused a turnover. Hamtramck was trying to break quickly, but it was like a counter to the counter, gets a shot, but goes wide to the left.
Schwartz has put his left laces through a couple of balls here as Rosenblatt checks back in. That's an excellent sign. Love to see that. Hate to see injuries, so the fact that he's able to carry on here, very encouraging. Pass to the referee there.
And here comes another threatening attack here on the right or left-hand side. Looked to be cutting onto his right foot, but that pass doesn't find the intended target, and Flowers tries to turn here on the center line. Rosenblatt kind of skews it out to the near side.
Not enough communication there from Hamtramck. I think they had an opportunity and just not able to get on the same page there and take full advantage.
Beautiful cross-field pass, finds the feet of a Nationals player, but well defended there by number 20 in blue, Maurice Boyd. Looked like he was beaten, but comfortably regains position, wins the ball back. Here's Sanad cutting inside. He's pretty sneaky, cutting in on his right hand and looking for Dia, just a little bit out of his range. Heisch has been just a step quicker out to those balls. Those two have had a couple close calls as a high foot from DeHaan might have poked the Nationals player there.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play there. Just want to take this opportunity to give a shout out to We Are Soccer. They are the premier soccer show for fans of all ages, discussing professional soccer, youth soccer, and everything in between, based in Metro Detroit, Michigan. Watch Craig Hearn every Saturday morning on Facebook and YouTube at 8 a.m.
Shout out to Craig. Great program. Really does a good job with that. As Flowers look to be sprung there for a moment, but the Hamtramck defense looked to do a good job to courier that ball out of bounds. But Nationals are back on it here. Crossed into the box. Oh, and a one-on-one with the keeper. And
didn't come out very confidently.
No, and that might support your theory on maybe a goalkeeper injury. Thabet did not come out confidently at all. It was a one-on-one, and he did stand his ground and did enough to prevent a shot, at least.
The other thing I'm realizing, he is quite small for a keeper. When you see him standing next to his teammates, and when he came out on that one,
with how unsure he's been.
Oh,
I'm surprised that the Nationals haven't put more bodies on him as the Nationals rifle a shot across his goal, but goes wide once again. If the Nationals get one of these on frame, they're back in business.
Yeah, 2-goal game, but as we know, that can disappear quite quickly, and even just getting the one to put some pressure on Hamtramck here down the stretch would be a big win for Nationals.
Yeah, if the beat looked to have been beaten there.
I think he was, yeah.
Long ball from the defender is prodded down by the Nationals, and they'll look to build, and they're really starting to pour on the pressure here in this ending part of the match, and Dia can't go for that because he was about 6 yards offside.
Yeah, I think part of it is just Hamtramck letting Nationals kind of enjoy more of the ball, and they have their shape. They know what they have to do to see this game out, and they're doing it so far.
And this might get on the foot of Jahan, but number 4 in red does well to come across and block off that shot. That was a nice little throw ball. I love that straight pass to the angled run. And they're looking for more.
Zabeth Wilson there making that step to prevent that shot.
And here comes a cross shot and almost an own goal.
Probably thought there was a attacker behind him, so he needed to get something on that. Again, communication lacking, and it almost really cost Nationals.
And wow, that looked like a hopeful cross, almost like a cross shot. And the defender gets his head on it and almost puts it in the back of his own net. And the corner comes in. And number 2 in blue almost got a running header on that. And they keep the pressure on the ball. A right-footed shot into the hands of Heisch. And he throws a big right arm throw out to Flowers, who looks up the field but has to turn back. Finds the feet of a teammate in the middle, return pass, and he spreads it wide, and that's some good connecting play from the Nationals. Can they get back in the game late? Only about 5 minutes to go here in Auburn Hills, plus any stoppage time there might have been. There has been a couple injuries, so there might be a little bit of time as Shamakov connects up the field, and that attack is snuffed out, and Nationals continue to try to add some late game pressure here.
Things are getting a little fast and furious.
They sure are. Right-footed shot from distance. The goalkeeper made a courtesy dive, but that was well over the bar.
Yeah, I don't think the dive was necessary. Had quite a bit of room, but credit to him for taking the shot on it. Had some dip on it. It was getting there, but not enough.
I think that was Zambelli who took that shot.
It looked like it, yeah.
It was always rising. The thing with the defender taking these goal kicks, you think if it's not a good kick, he's all the way back, so they could have so much room to be onside still, but they haven't been punished for that in this game at all, as Xander Heisch, the Nationals goalie, kind of shanks one to the right-hand side, and it's going to be a Hamtramck throw it. Both goalkeepers called into action here tonight.
Quality on the ball, just a little bit lacking here for Nationals today, and we've seen it in the attack, in the midfield, defense, and even the keeper. Just, again, struggling with that lack of time that Hamtramck is allowing them to make those decisions. You're going to have to know what you want to do before you get the ball, or else you're going to be closed down.
Here's Bourdon with a very strong run. Finds his teammate with a right-footed shot who does not hit the frame of the goal. If we're playing a different sport, that would be a three-pointer there, Mitch.
It was Toulouse with a good strike, but, again, never really threatening the goal.
Thanks for hanging with us on the Michigan Soccer Network. My name's Robert Kerr. He's Mitch Gatsky. Games coming up here on the network on Sunday, Rebels versus Legends FC in UWS2 action. And on Wednesday night, these Nationals take on Alianza FC in UPSL action. Just a few minutes left in this. We're into the 87th minute, and the Nationals running out of time. It would be a dramatic comeback if they get any points out of this one.
It would indeed.
Diaz put in a good shift. He's keeping this back line honest. He hasn't really gotten on the ball at all too much in the second half like he did in the first half, but he's definitely keeping these Nationals defenders occupied.
As a lone forward on a team that has a lead in the second half, a lot of your work is going to become just making those runs, sometimes even hopeless, knowing that you're not going to get the ball, but stretching that defense to allow your midfielders to get on the ball, bring it up into the attacking third, and exploit that space that you're creating.
And here's a Nationals throw. They're going to have to get something going here if they're going to mount a comeback.
Here we
and that
go.
ball spills to the far side. Right-footed
Oh.
attempt. It's blocked again.
Is that Rosenblatt there on the far side? I think he tried to stand it up and get it back across goal, and he's being chased back out. Not even really going to get a clean look.
No, and he's
After
found
all
himself
that.
in a lot of spaces that went all the way across the box, but Nationals retain possession for a moment, but Chamikov has a chance to spring a counterattack. Still does after a couple challenges. And Dia can get to this. Referee says play
Little
on. And then
advantage.
here's a 3-on-2 if they work it right. Here comes Sanad. 1 versus 2. You know he's going to go on his right foot. He can backheel it, and he
Ooh.
does. Dia's offside in the box. It doesn't quite pan out, but all this action down on the other end is burning up the time.
Yeah, and at this point, it really is just a matter of time for Hamtramck.
Here we go in the other way. Nationals pouring forward, but the defense stout again for Hamtramck. Each time it looks like they get a shoulder in front and a step, and those defenders in blue do it, and we're looking for another counterattack. A one-on-one with the goalie. And the
I don't know about
flag
that one.
comes up. The crowd here doesn't quite agree with that, but it looked like Dia was going to get a toe on that and get it around the goalie.
Yeah, I was in a pretty good position. I'm not one to second guess officials, but I think Dia was on that time.
Yeah, I mean, he's been off a lot. But like we were saying, he's been keeping this back line occupied, and he's been making Xander Heisch in the Nationals goal step out and have to make those challenges. And I don't think goalies like going head first into a player going full speed in their direction.
Anytime they have to come out of the penalty area, I think keepers would tell you they generally just don't like to do that.
And here's a chance for Nationals. Number 2, Alex DeMoro, the captain of the Nationals, has been...
He's my man of the match for Nationals, for sure. He's
Yeah.
been everywhere. We talked a little bit about his linking play, getting on the ball as a bit of a holding mid, at least to start here. Couple really good turns, running into the midfield, connecting with the forwards. He's been all over the place, made some crucial tackles.
Yeah, Alex DeMoro definitely has been a strong spot here for the Nationals side. Yeah, we'll see how much extra time is added here. The fourth official's got the board in hand. He's teasing us here. Play goes on.
It's his time to shine. He's got to let it build a little.
I mean,
I'm predicting 3 minutes.
Flowers gets to that ball and earns his team a throw in here
4.
deep in the attacking part, and the fourth official puts 4 on the board, well over all the estimations up here in the press box. But
I don't disagree.
here comes a
4.
long throw in, trying to get into the box. Lots of bodies in the way, and it comes off of somebody. Referee didn't look too sure. He looks over to the far side to the linesman, who probably had a worse view, but they deem it a goal kick. And we're looking at the replay here. That long throw in, there's a mess of bodies. There's 6 bodies there, and I think that is the right call. Looked like Flowers stuck a leg out at it, and it went wide. And here's that attempted long goal kick from the defender, trying to get that flick on, get it up to Dia. And that gets knocked on to the far side, over to Al Gahim, but goes out of bounds there.
We've noted it a couple times, but it has really been interesting to watch these two teams go about things in completely different ways, to be honest. Nationals much more preferring to be on the ball, stay in possession, work things around, and try to, find those areas where they can, just use their skill on the ball. It's been a little bit lacking, but that has been the idea. Hamtramck, on the other hand, really not much possession at all, very direct.
And here comes Flowers with a late chance. 1-on-1 in the box, and the defense, again, strong. Kaid poking it out for a late Nationals corner. Can they get one on the board? We are well into stoppage time in the second half of Friday night UPSL action. This will be a right footer. Now Flowers is harassing the goalkeeper, and and a free header there with some power behind it. A free run for the Nationals player, and the header goes over the bar.
Yeah, the first goal of the game saw Dia get his head over top of it, kind of in that same area, and knot it down. In that case, we see Nationals player, I think that was Zabeth Wilson, get to the ball, and as he tried to nudge it on into the goal, just unable to get the angle right, popped it up and over the bar.
And the second goal scorer of the game, Sanad, brought down there. And this has got to be really tough if you're a Nationals fan or player when you're looking for 2 goals and the ball's in your own half. And Dia gets in between. Hesh sets up Sanad, looking for the 3rd goal, squares it, and the finish just isn't there. But Dia finally beat Heish to one of those through balls into the box, but not converted. But exciting little passage to play here late in the game.
Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty there at the back for Nationals, creating that opening. The just not quite able to settle it down as much as he wanted to.
The goalkeeper having trouble here.
Speaking of,
in front of the goal, and some back and forth. Nationals, the ball's still alive. It's a whole mess, and number 3, Cayenne, gets his head in the way, preventing the goal, keeping that clean sheet for the visitors.
This is remarkable. Remarkable effort from Hamtramck. I mean, even when they're beat, the recovery, the team effort, everybody's playing for each other, putting bodies on the line. Look at this. So we get a replay of that last chance.
Sticking his head in the way. That was destined for the back of the net, but Hamtramck maintained that clean sheet here. We're deep in stoppage time in the second half, and a right-footed effort is this time gobbled up by Thabet. Probably about 30 seconds or so to go in stoppage time here.
Feels like it should do it, and it will.
And that will do it for this match here on Friday night. A 2-0 decision. The visitors, Hamtramck FC, get their first road win, and the Nationals drop their 5th game without a win, their 3rd loss of the season. We're going to step away, catch our breath for a minute, come back with some highlights, and maybe get a player of the game here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Hey moms and dads, are you looking for a program to keep your toddler active this winter? Kickstart Toddler Soccer is the toddlersoccer.com and come play with us today.
Welcome back to the campus of Oakland University here in beautiful Auburn Hills, Michigan. I'm Robert Kerr alongside Mitch Gatsky here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We just saw an excellent Friday night UPSL action as the visiting Hamtramck FC defeat hosts Nationals by a scoreline of 2-0. Goals, one apiece, one in the first half, Dia in the 20th, and then Sanad in the second.
Let's check out some highlights now as we pick things up in the first half.
And
there's
that's
our
a look
goal
at,
scorer, Otto Dia, off the corner.
and there's that second look at it and crowded out that goalkeeper, and it was very windy in the first half, and the ball hung up there, and the goalkeeper couldn't make it through that mess of bodies, and Dia rose up above everybody else to prod that home. And here's another chance. Dia trying to get an assist there, but Heisch, as he did most of the night, able to snuff out those through balls.
Another chance here for Dia as he just unable to get his head on that one and direct it goalward.
And here we're going to have a look at one of the Nationals' chances, and that was a strong effort, a right-footed strike, and Hamtramck's goalkeeper, Wael Al-Gahim, Mohamed Thabet, the goalkeeper, able to push that away, and that looked like the second goal for a moment, but hit narrow on the side netting, and another chance for Hamtramck in the first half, denied on the free kick, and this was a great chance for Rosenblatt as he got onto his right foot, but Thabet able to pull that down and deny the Nationals a goal. We'll keep looking at these second half highlights, and that was probably the best chance as that left-footed strike from the Nationals clanks off the crossbar. And I think this is the second goal for the visitors as it comes to the back post, and it's tucked away across the goal lane. So that's a 2-0 scoreline for the visitors here in Auburn Hills. And we're going to take a step away, and we're going to have a quick chat with the captain of the Nationals, Alex DeMoro, as we come right back here in just a moment here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Welcome back here on Michigan Soccer Network. Robert Kerr here, post-game Friday night UPSL action. Nationals man of the match, Alex DeMoro, my apologies.
It's all good.
You were really a pillar for your tide out there. Tough game. Can you walk us through what happened out there tonight?
Yeah, it was just a really tough opponent. They came out here really strong, pressed us really hard, and they just gave us a good run at it today.
It seemed like every time you guys got a step behind the back line, they just had that recovery, just able to get a toe in on each
Every time. Yeah, just we got ahead a couple times. We couldn't put our chances away, and just they were able to they had a goal line clearance right at the end there, and just wasn't happening for us today.
Yeah, tough night out here, a warm night out here. There's been a tough run for your side. What do you think that your Nationals team can do to get in the win column?
We just need to start putting away our chances, just get back at practice, and we'll be right back at it in the next game.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for your time and coming up here and talking to us a little bit. Robert Kerr will be back here in just a minute to put a bow on this one. 2-0 win for Hamtramck here tonight. We'll take a minute and be right back here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
And we're back here on the Michigan Soccer Network post-game here on the campus of Oakland University. Some Friday night UPSL action on the Michigan Soccer Network. Robert Kerr alongside Mitch Gatsky. Want to say it was an excellent game, hard-fought battle. Want to say thank you to the Michigan Soccer Network and the crew here. The prep did such an excellent job getting us all the great looks at all the goals. A 2-0 scoreline, a goal by D in the first half and another by Sanad in the second, and a goal line stand at the end to keep the Nationals off the board. So thank you once again, and we will see you again on Sunday night for more live sports here on the Michigan Soccer Network.